Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Small Time TV. I'd like to start first by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we stand, that is the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. I'd like to pay my respects to the elders past, present and emerging. I'm Rhiannon, and I'll be your host for this evening, and we are with Cayn Borthwick. Hello.
Hello.
How are you going?
I'm really well.
That's great.
Speaking closer to the mic and not shouting away from the mic.
Well, we do have to keep a safe distance for
We
obvious reasons, so it's all right.
Yeah.
Would you like to start with playing us one of your fabulous songs?
I will. This is Big City Whispers.
Wow. Thank you so much. That was exquisite. We're getting some claps from the live audience there. Wow, that was honestly quite mesmerizing to watch, not just to listen to. I don't know about anybody else, but for me, I felt like I was taken from the small time TV room, and this might sound strange, but I was immediately kind of transported to an escalator that was in the middle of a jungle on your way to like a higher place, and it was just like this beautiful lush waiting music to get to the next higher place.
I love that.
Okay, great.
Can you just write all of my
Your press releases? Yeah,
please? Thank you.
I'm down. Yeah, I'm there. And that was obviously the title of your debut album,
Correct.
Big
yes.
City Whispers. I'd love to talk more about that, but for now, I would love to hear another song.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
I'll do one more.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Just got to get this sack strap off my neck.
Sack strap. What a great couple of words.
Yeah. Saxophone is really good for that stuff.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
This one's called Dance for Love. This is a single. Gone. Gone are those cowboy days. Gone are those slinging nights. A new storm rides ahead, hurling lightning wide, straight for my boots and gloves, and I dance for love. The ivory towers aglow, and madmen run the show. But when their buttons are down, well, I just want you to know, dressed in my bones, I come for one last dance, for love. The birds have left the sky, the fish have fled the sea. Our earth is bare and brown. We filled our hopes with dreams, but for the world that's gone, one more dance for love. The ivory towers aglow, and madmen run the show. But when their buttons are down, well, I just want you to know, dressed in my bones,
Next one. Oh, another fabulous song. Wow.
Thanks, Rhi.
And that's off the debut album as well.
Correct.
And I believe if you pre-order your vinyl now, it comes on a transparent red splattered vinyl.
It actually all comes like that.
Oh, wow. Okay. But
Yeah.
still pre-order.
Still pre-order.
Yeah.
Still get it now.
Yeah, get the
Definitely.
first ones.
Get the first ones.
And I believe you're releasing it on Lost and Lonesome Records.
Correct.
Local Brunswick label.
Yes.
How did that come about?
Well, Mark Manone, local legend and bass player extraordinaire, he is actually a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
We played in a band called Mighty Duke and the Lords together, and he heard the album and loved it and just wanted to release it out into the world because he's a great guy.
Wow, easy as that.
Easy as that.
And so you're in Mighty Duke and the Lords. You've been in a couple of other
Yes.
bands as well?
We used to play in Mighty Duke and the Lords. I
Mm-hmm.
still play in a band called No Zoo, and I also used to play in a band called Sui Chen. Yeah.
Great. And how did you meet them to be able to play with them?
Oh, wow. God, I don't even know.
Is that a big question?
That's like a huge question. Some just out and about, I think, and through other people. Yeah, just out friends of friends, and being a sax player, people are definitely keen to use and abuse
And it
in a
is.
good way.
In a good way.
In a
okay.
good way, definitely.
I guess that's something that artists just starting out often wonder, how do I meet musicians to play with?
Totally.
But I guess the answer is always organically. You just have to go to shows, talk to
Definitely.
people.
Definitely, which is, in the current climate, difficult.
Yes.
But people such as yourself are providing us with different ways to do that at the moment. So, and things like this. Meet people online, perhaps. People that like the same things as you, I think, definitely.
Yeah, I guess that'll be the new thing. Skype jams.
Skype jams.
Skype jams. It's got a good ring to
God
it.
help us all. Yeah. Patent. Zoom jams. No,
Zoom
that's not going
jams.
to work.
We'll work on it. We'll
Yeah,
work on that.
work on that one.
And so this debut album, Big City
Big
Whispers.
City Whispers, yeah.
Do you record everything yourself for that album? Do you get other people in?
For this one, yes, I did most of it myself. There's some marimba and vibraphones played by my friend Maddie Chwaster, and I think like a couple of seconds of trumpet on there somewhere by my friend Ed Farah. But most of it myself in my studio in Brunswick, and then mixed and mastered by John Lee, who has a studio in Coburg called Phaedra.
Okay.
Yeah, he's done a lot of so many amazing Melbourne albums. I think the Lost Animal albums. Do you know Lost Animal?
I don't. I'll have to check it out.
That's what kind of attracted me to John. But I mean, too many. He did the what's the recent Laura Jean album as well. Just an amazing producer, and also just a great person to be in the studio with. He was the only person I let touch the album other than myself, which maybe is megalomaniacal, but
Okay.
that's the way
But
it went.
probably very common.
I think so.
Yeah. Was there a point in your career where you thought, okay, now I can let someone else in? Obviously, this was this point.
Yeah, there was that point. I mean, it's such a funny journey with that sort of thing. It sort of goes back to something you sort of asked me earlier when we were chatting. Doing it all yourself is it can be almost like a bit lonely in a way. So I often find that I'm searching for people to collaborate with for other parts of the process of putting the album out. So like Mark from Lost and Lonesome, the poor guy has to listen. I come to him all the time, like, do you think I should do this? Do you think I should do that? But it's so great to have something to bounce these things off. And the couple of video clips that have come out, or there's one coming out next week, and one that came out a while ago. Just the process of making those with Nicholas Dunn and Lily Youngsmith and Miles O'Neill was just so invigorating, and I really searched for that because the rest of the project is really all from here. And sometimes it's just so, when you're pushing things by yourself, it can be really difficult. So, yeah, I like to search for people to bounce off in other ways.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so important, right? The more
Definitely.
you collaborate, the more you learn about yourself and other ways of songwriting.
Totally.
For sure.
Yeah.
And so when you are songwriting, is there always the same formula? Do you write on a certain instrument first? Do you write lyrics first? Does it change every time?
It kind of changes every time. I also would call myself a composer. Mm-hmm. So there's that whole part of my artistic practice, which, is often almost driven by research. I'm sort of like looking around for something to spark an idea, and I find very bizarre ways to just use information and then in the creation of work. But writing a song, like sometimes I'll start with lyrics, like that last one I think was all lyrics. Mm-hmm. But I write a lot of instrumental music too. Sometimes I like to create kind of like a musical palette or mood board, like a couple of songs that are like, okay, I sort of want it to sound like this, and then kind of bounce off that and use that as a springboard into whatever the hell happens, and hope that it just runs away with itself at some point,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So have you composed music for other people, other companies? Is it written to a brief situation?
Yeah, definitely. I work with a dear friend, Glenn Walton, with a company called Playable Streets, doing interactive installations. I've written for like contemporary classical ensembles, and like bit of like low budget film, but not for ages. Yeah, I love that side of writing as well.
Yeah, again, it's expanding and exploring more of what you have to give through music.
Totally. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, definitely.
How would you feel about playing another song for us?
I feel great about that.
Great.
1, 2.
I reckon 1 and
We'll
probably
see what
2.
happens. Okay. I've got to put the sax strap back on.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Excuse me, it's a bit awkward.
that's fine.
I'll tell you what, we sound a lot better with the headphones on.
Yeah, right.
It's
Well,
good.
it helps that I think the mix that you've already got in your songs really helps. I feel like the audience is probably appreciating how good the mix is. Not to say anything bad about the control room fellas directly above us, but definitely helps.
Shout out to James and
Connor. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. You're supposed to chime in with like a hey, it's Saturday sort of thing there.
Maybe you can
Is it
write
gonna
one
happen?
for us.
Hmm?
Yeah, write one for us next time.
This song's called Keep Me. The video clip for this is coming out on Thursday and features actual surfing and playing the saxophone at the same time. Saxophone was harmed in the making of said video clip.
Cayn, that was stunning.
Thank you.
Wow. That was beautiful. And you were just saying just before you started that song that the video clip may feature somebody not only surfing but playing saxophone at the same time.
Yes.
Is it you?
It's me.
Are you in the suit?
Tried it once in the suit, nearly drowned. Tried it again, not in the suit.
Great. And did you have a prop saxophone for this, or did this Paul
actual saxophone? Not this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
An actual saxophone.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so looking forward to seeing that. And it's out this Thursday.
This Thursday.
Okay.
It's going to get premiered, yeah.
Great. Where's it being premiered?
Can't remember.
Okay. We'll read the press release to find that bit out.
Yeah.
Great.
I will post about it on the socials.
Okay. Looking forward to
Got
it.
nothing else to do for the next week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this next song another post-apocalyptic love jam?
No. It's just called Lizard Brain. So I suppose it is, yeah.
Just a normal title for a song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just about being a lizard.
I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah. This is Lizard Brain. you leave me? Won't you leave me?
Wow. I really want to swear right now, but I'm not sure I'm allowed to. So I'm just going to say that was amazing.
Thank you.
A real groover. I don't usually say groover, but now I do. Have you got any plans for release day on Friday?
Not anymore. On Friday. Maybe I'll sneak off for a surf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some secret beach somewhere.
Secret beach, socially isolated surf, socially distanced surf.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited to
to
have it out in the world. I think it was 2 years ago that
Okay.
maybe 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago.
Right.
Wrote and recorded, and yeah, a lot of like life things in on the road and happened in the meantime.
Mm-hmm.
Finished a masters and just playing in a million other bands. Sort of stopped it from kind of coming out, but now it is. So I'm so happy.
Yeah, you must be.
Yeah.
And just judging by what you've played for us tonight, I really think anybody out there, if you're feeling like you're going to be bored while you have to be isolated, it sounds like this album is going to rid you of that boredom. It's going to stretch your brain waves. So jump on it. Thank you so much, Cayn, for taking your time to be here with us at Small Time TV.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's been a pleasure.
Been an absolute pleasure.
Great. We'll go finish our beers outside.
Beer, pizza.
Fantastic.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody who's been watching online. Hope you're having a safe time out there, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.